Welcome back to Trauma Recovery Anonymous, the podcast. My name is Richard and I'm your host. I'd like to expand on this spiritual solution a bit. I know it can be very hard for some people who've suffered at the hands of priests or religious people to consider allowing a God solution into their lives. It's quite understandable. But the trick to do is to understand that you're doing this for yourself. You don't let anyone else know you're doing this. This is solely for you and you alone. And you're not going to be working with any priest or pastor. And like I said, I don't do church. I don't get involved with priests or pastors or ministers. I go directly to the source. And you're going to be going directly to the source. So know that man are sinners. Even priests, even pastors, even ministers are sinners. We're all sinners. It doesn't matter that we're in a collar. Therapists are sinners. Psychotherapists are sinners. Policemen are sinners. We're all sinners. So don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Don't throw out God because someone who represented him was a sinner or an abuser. That's what's going to happen. But try to find a way to allow God into your life. They may have used God as a weapon. You're now going to use God as a healing miracle for yourself. Don't let anyone know you're doing this. Do it in secret, asking him for a miracle. And then there's other people who have told us that we're sinners and we're going to go to hell. Don't listen to anybody on this earth who tries to put you down or block you from healing yourself. This is a self-therapy. This is you healing you. Don't let anyone tell you you're doing it wrong, you're not doing it right, or you don't deserve this. You are a child of God. You are perfect just as you are, with all your defects and shortcomings, all your doubts and insecurities. Others can do what you can do, but no one can do what you can do with your energy. That's what makes you so unique and so special. In all of creation, God has never made one mistake. He's not starting with you. God has a plan for you, a purpose, a meaning to your life. You were created to move mountains. You were created to perform miracles. You were created to achieve greatness. And this is your start. The fact that you were misdiagnosed and you were told you were misdiagnosed has given you the opening to embrace your achievements, your abilities of moving mountains, of achieving this greatness. You've been given this whole new lease. You've come from a place of terrible trauma and terrible misdirection. And here you are now going to start over as a new creation. Keep it all to yourself. Keep it quiet. Now, if you want to share it with somebody, do so. But don't be afraid to keep it to yourself and look after yourself. Self-care. Have healthy boundaries and do this for you. Know that there are only two sins that are unforgivable. Okay, the first sin is to harm one hair on the head of a child of God. And since you are a child of God, you have to stop harming yourself. You have to stop undermining yourself. Stop belittling yourself. To allow yourself a right to be healed. To know that you deserve to be healed because you are a child of God. And he wants you to be happy, joyous and free in unlimited, opulent abundance. He wants this for you. And you make that decision to give that to you. And the second sin that's unforgivable is to reject the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is within you. So for myself today, I declare, I am Richard, a son of God. I am Richard, a sibling of Jesus. And I am Richard the Christ. That's what I declare morning, noon and evening. And that's the confirmation that I am not rejecting the Christ. I'm not harming myself, this child of God. I try not to harm anybody else. I hope my words here are helping you, a child of God, to find your way. That what I share is powered by the Christ in me, that I offer you profound hope for you to go on and have a life beyond your wildest dreams. I love the idea that maybe this podcast that I put together wasn't about me. It's about I was going to meet you today and you're going to hear my podcast. And you'd go on to heal yourself of the past and mend all your bridges and resurrect relationships with your partner and your children and go on to have this beautiful life. And then in years to come, one of your descendants creates a cure for cancer or AIDS. If it hadn't been for this podcast, that would never have happened. Now, I'll never get the accolades or recognition for my part in this. And that doesn't matter because God will know that's all that matters. So maybe my part to play in this was to hold this podcast. Maybe your part of playing this is to hear this message. And maybe it's not about you. Maybe you tell your siblings, one of your brothers or sisters, and they go on to, when their descendants create a cure, or someone else you know in your fellowship who's also misdiagnosed, you tell them and one of their children. This is a wonderful kind of a domino effect where we get to touch the lives of other people. And maybe moving the mountain is me helping you, and maybe you moving the mountain is you helping somebody else, and their descendants go on to create a cure for cancer or AIDS. This is a whole new idea of living. We heal the hole in our soul, and then we nurture our soul, and we feed it with everything that we're meant to feed it with. We fill it with all the good things of life, of hope and joy and purpose, and forgiveness and tolerance and patience and compassion. And we fill our souls with so much of this that we become this, like I'm not saying walking on water, but we're like we're walking in the shoes of the fisherman. We just change. We don't even try to change. Just by our very nature, are breaking free of the past, giving it back to our younger self, and letting them step into the light, into our Father's mansion, and then undoing the learned dysfunctional behaviour of this mental disorder, misdiagnosis. We suddenly become whole new creations. We're not religious, we're not preachers, we're just normal human beings who are out to help our fellow brothers and sisters, and our partners and our children and our grandchildren and so on. And we keep trying to do the best we can in each day to live fully in the present, not in the past, not in the future, in the present, living your life in the present. What would that be like? Can you imagine if you woke up tomorrow morning and the past was gone completely, and you weren't concerned with the future, and you went about maybe giving a call to your estranged wife or husband and saying, can I take the children for the day? You may have things to do. I'll mind the children. I'll pick them up from school. I'll get them some food. I'll bring them home and I'll cook them some food if that's okay with you. And then when you get home, I'll leave. And you do some service, and your partner says, yeah, that'd be fantastic. I've got an appointment to go to. And you pick up the kids and you bring them home and you cook them dinner. And then you help them get ready for their homework and school and going to bed. And your estranged partner comes home and you go, okay, they've had food, they've done their homework, they've gone to bed. I'll head off now. And you walk away. And the look on your partner's face about what's come over my ex-husband. And you do this more than once. You do this with your partner over and over again, and your parents and your siblings go with your parents and you cut the grass for them. Your siblings, you help you wash the car or something. You start doing simple little tasks that a brother could do for a sibling, a son could do for parents, that a man could do for his estranged wife, for his children. And suddenly people see this new doing this new life. And you think, yesterday I was a broken, disheveled human being, and today I'm a part of the solution. This is about you taking care of you, looking after you, doing what's needed to have your life back. We only have one chance at life. Embrace it.